Episode number 903. 3 Keys to Mastering Online Reviews.
You're listening to the official BNI podcast with BNI founder and Chief Visionary Officer, Dr. Ivan Misner. Stay tuned for networking and referral marketing tips from the man who's been called the father of modern networking, along with suggestions and insights into getting the most from your membership in the world's largest networking organization, BNI.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official BNI podcast. I'm Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio in Berkeley, California, and I'm joined on the phone today by the founder and the Chief Visionary Officer of BNI, Dr. Ivan Misner. Hello, Ivan. How are you, and where are you?
Wow, I have actually been able to be home for a few weeks. I'm still home in Austin, Texas, and it's great to not have to get on a plane for a few weeks.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Absolutely. So I have another guest today, and this gentleman was recommended by his directors, highly recommended by his directors for this topic. His name is Rav Mendiratta, and Rav is the CEO of Socio Squares, and he's the Chief Product Officer of Propel, a SaaS platform that helps businesses shine through Google reviews and SEO. He's got 15 years of expertise in online marketing and AI solutions, and he's been recognized as LinkedIn's top voice, an invitation-only recognition given to industry leaders. And I really thought that he would make a great guest to talk about mastering online reviews because testimonials and endorsements are really important in BNI. So Rav, welcome to the BNI podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Misner. It's truly an honor to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure having you on, and please call me Ivan. So talk about 3 mistakes that business owners tend to make with reviews, and particularly, and as you're listening to this, members, think about getting reviews that will help you in your BNI chapter. So what are the 3 mistakes people make, Rob?
That's a great question, Dr. Misner. And in my years of experience, I've seen business owners make these 3 mistakes every so often. The first one is the ask and forget. Now, many business owners assume that just because a customer says they'll leave a review, they actually will. It's like a physical therapist treating a patient and saying, please stretch at home, but never checking in or scheduling a follow-up. Now, most customers have good intentions, but life gets in the way. They get in their car, drive home, deal with kids, emails, Netflix, and by the time they remember, the moment is gone.
Yeah.
That's why businesses need to make it effortless. Maybe send a direct link via email or text, so leaving a review is instant and hassle-free.
And can I just say the direct link concept is a great concept, and I've had people do that with me, and it's nudged me more often than not. So that's a great suggestion.
Absolutely. The number 2 mistake I've seen is no follow-ups. And no follow-ups in my world means no reviews. Now, asking for a review once and never bringing it up is like a sales guy expecting a prospect to get back on the proposal on time without a reminder, right? Never happens. So most people won't leave a review the first time you ask, but businesses that follow up increase review rates up to 50%. Now, few simple personalized emails or text reminders can make all the difference. And the third one is doing it manually instead of automating. Now, a well-written review can be worth thousands of dollars over time, but many business owners spend hours manually asking for reviews instead of using a software to automate the process. It's like a law firm handling every case with paper files instead of using a case management software. It's inefficient and slow.
So let me ask you, Rob. So there are software platforms that people can use that would automate the request for reviews?
Yes, absolutely. There are several of them out there, and we have one such SaaS platform as well.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. That's good to know. So if they get these, if they follow up and they do so several times, you're going to increase the number of reviews by, you say, up to 50%. Is that correct?
Yeah, it varies by industry, but here's what the data tells us. Without follow-ups, only 5 to 10% of customers leave a review on their own. Proactive follow-ups, that number jumps between 30 to 50%.
Okay.
But here's the interesting challenge. Now, unhappy customers are much more likely to leave a review than happy ones.
Yeah.
So if I were to take an example of, say, an auto body shop, let's say they just finished a big job fixing a customer's car. The customer is thrilled, no more dents, no more stress. But a week goes by, they don't leave a review. Why? Because their problem is solved and they've probably moved on. But at the same time, if there's another customer who experienced a minor delay, maybe in scheduling or a part got delayed, they are much more likely to leave a review about that frustration.
Yeah.
So if the body shop is not actively collecting positive reviews, their online reputation could be shaped by a few unhappy customers rather than the many satisfied ones.
So listen, I couldn't agree with you more. I first wrote about this back in 1994 in a book I wrote with Mike Macedonio. Mike and Don are your executive directors, and Mike came on to one of the later editions. But I wrote about it in a book called The World's Best Known Marketing Secret, and I say that very thing. People are more likely to talk about you when they're upset with you than they are when they're happy with you. The only exceptions to that are restaurants and movies or TV shows where people will talk about that around the water cooler. But, the auto body shop, you're right on the money that you have to really go after those reviews in order to get those positive reviews. So any other suggestions on how to go about getting them?
Absolutely. And you are way ahead of your time if you wrote about this 20 years back. Thank you for doing that. I think there are a lot of review platforms where business owners can collect reviews. So from Facebook to Yelp to TripAdvisor. So picking the right platform is a must. Showcasing the reviews is important. And then automating whichever platform they select, automating the request process, making it easy is really important for business owners.
Yeah, I have one other suggestion, and that is that when you get a BNI member who does a review and they do a good review on your business, in your weekly presentation, read part of that review, thank the person for the review, and remind other members to please do a review as well if they've used your business. So, when you show people in a BNI chapter what other BNI members have done and ask the existing members to also follow suit, you're more likely to get them to do the review. Would you not agree?
Absolutely, 100%. And for BNI members who rely on referrals as their primary source of generating new business, even asking for a testimonial on BNI Connect could be huge.
Yes.
A strong presence on BNI Connect builds trust with their BNI network.
Yeah, and you can use reviews like that, cut and paste them with approval to your own website, which, leverages one review into multiple reviews.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I know you want to talk a little bit. We've got a couple more minutes on responding to reviews. So you have some ideas on that I think are valuable.
Absolutely. So in today's world, more than 50% of customers or potential customers who are reading reviews, they are looking at the responses as well. So thanking customers for positive reviews builds loyalty, while handling negative reviews showcases that the business is calm and professionally can handle critical feedback as well. And it shows that you care. So responding is very important as well.
I couldn't agree more again. Responding particularly to those negative reviews, when I'm looking at a review online, if I see a negative review and I see a response from the business that is, as you said, calm, cool, collected, or words to that effect, and addresses the issue in a positive way rather than a defensive way, I kind of discount that negative review. And I take that response as being more accurate to what the organization is all about. Would you not agree with that?
Absolutely. And the interesting thing about negative reviews is that if they're pointing towards a specific type of service, like in the body shop, the delays, if a part is delayed and a customer is frustrated because of that, the body shop owner can't do much over there, right?
Yeah.
So people who are reading the reviews, they understand that. So responding to that professionally helps a lot.
Yeah, I agree. And, it's funny. I actually have a situation like that with one of my books where somebody gave me a 1 star out of 5 stars, and they were upset at what was being charged for the Kindle version of the book. And they were upset that it was being charged so much. And I responded saying, "Hey, I'm really sorry, but I have no control on what the publisher charges for a Kindle book." And I think, the people that read that were like, "Okay, yeah, this is a lame review that this 1 star review gave."
Dr. Meisner, it's very interesting that a perfect 5-star rating is not always the best solution. People today intentionally go to the negative ones and see what is written. So
Yeah,
instances like these, actually they help that, okay, people are really happy with the content of the book. It was just the price, right?
yeah,
And so it
a
helps.
price that was out of my control.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, listen, we're almost out of time. Any closing thoughts, Rob? This has been good material, and if you're listening to this, take these ideas and apply them to how you can do testimonials and endorsements in your BNI chapter. Any last thoughts, Rob?
Dr. Meisner, I believe that trust is the foundation of every successful business, and online reviews are the building blocks. The more you stack them up, the stronger your business stands in the eyes of potential customers. So asking for reviews, automating the process, showcasing your reviews in today's day and world is a must. So I strongly recommend that to all BNI members.
I agree completely. And if you're in BNI, you're listening to this podcast, take these ideas and try to apply them into your chapter and get your members to do reviews and endorsements, preferably in writing, so that you can use them on BNI Connect, on Yelp, on whatever platform, LinkedIn, whatever platform you would like. Rav, thank you so much for being here. For anyone that's interested in connecting with Rav, you can reach him at itspropel.com. That is ITSPROPEL, itspropel.com. Rav, thank you so much for being on the BNI podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Meisner. It was an absolute honor. Thank you.
Over to you, Priscilla.
Okay, thank you, Rav. It's really interesting and wonderful to hear about that. Okay, I think that's it for this week. This podcast is sponsored by MeisnerAudioPrograms.com. These audio programs will provide you with the tools and the inspiration to powerfully enhance your BNI experience. So check out the great material that's available to you at MeisnerAudioPrograms.com, and then use the promo code IVAN50 for 50% off of everything. All of the proceeds go to the BNI Foundation. Thank you so much for listening. This is Priscilla Rice, and we look forward to having you join us again next week for another exciting episode of the official BNI podcast.